My name's Trig Haroldson. I'm an active volunteer and board member with Recovery Beyond Borders. This is in Nepal, October 2010. This is my 5th trip to Nepal, starting in June of 2008. I'm a carpenter and contractor by trade, and I was offered the opportunity to come over here and help with the physical assets of the recovery groups and treatment centers that the nonprofit supports here. I work on the physical plants, the places that the treatment centers are located at, doing whatever they need done. It's an extremely interesting experience due to the fact that things that I take for granted in the construction world in the U.S. Are not really applicable here. Sourcing material, tools, which in the U.S. Means driving down the street a couple blocks and everything will be in a large store. In Nepal, that one large store is 500 to 700 small one-room shops. The nice thing about being here is, for me, is working and helping with the Nepalese people. They're extremely gracious, friendly. I can honestly say I've never seen an angry person here except for if I catch the political action on TV. They seem to be the only ones that scream and yell a lot. The poverty and overwhelming sense of here is, it's hard to realize how these people can put a good face on everything. I think in the U.S. it would be nice if everybody came over here and spent a week to appreciate what you have back there. The biggest difference between here and Nepal as far as a construction standpoint is they use bodies instead of machinery here because it's cheaper to hire labor than it is to import a machine, maintain the parts, keep it up. I've never seen a new tool here. A lot of stuff is done by hand. Rebar is cut by hand, it's bent by hand. Everywhere in the States that you use a machine because the labor costs that much, here it's the reverse. It's cheaper to buy people than it is machinery. So it takes a little bit of creativity and basically a different philosophy on building here. Where I would use many power tools here in Nepal because A, it's on 220, 60 cycle. I'm used to 120, 50 cycle. Otherwise, it's all by hand. It makes you appreciate that they can actually build anything over here. But when you look at the houses, there always looks like they're under a state of construction. A, if you find the material, is getting it to the job that you're going to be working on. All these things don't happen right away. So it's, and you can't get, if you can't have an American view of time, because it doesn't work like that. You have to have a very flexible idea, and you can't really get bent out of shape if things don't go well. You have to have a very flexible outlook on what you want to accomplish and how you're going to accomplish it. It's a very flexible idea of time. Most, I think, to do with the fact that the traffic is so horrendous, it's hard to get anywhere. There's one traffic light in Kathmandu and it doesn't work. Everybody's on the road. Every vehicle known to man with wheels, motor-powered, human-powered, pedestrians, cows, dogs, bicycles, everything. And they're all on the road at the same time. Most of the work I do here has to be not of a permanent nature. The facility that I work with here might have a lease, but it's never guaranteed that it will be renewed. So they really don't want to invest, and they don't want us to invest our time and resources into building in things that if their lease ends or so forth, that they can't take with them, because it's basically you're making improvements for the landlord and not for the facility. So a lot of things that we do here, build beds, build cabinets, do things that are portable so that when they have to move the facility, they can take this with them. The things that we do for them basically have to be mobile so that they can move it from facility to facility. Since I've been coming here, the men's recovery group that we work with has moved twice in 6 years. And their lease ends in 6 months, and they'll have a 6-month lag. They don't know, their landlord will not commute to renewing their lease. I ask them what they need done, and before I come over here, and then I try to figure out, number one, can I do it? And if so, if it's feasible in the time that I'm on the ground here. And that's what I plan around. And it also gives me an idea on basically what tools I should bring with me. All the tools I bring with me, I even bring fasteners sometimes, take a one-way trip. They're stored here, and they're here for the next trip, or whoever else will come here and work. I have two friends that are also in the trades, Steve Patzer, who's an excellent mason, and David Bai, who is an iron worker. They've been over and used their expertise to work on the facilities. I think I speak for all of us in the fact that this was a unique opportunity. It really made us appreciate the Nepalese people and really admire their fortitude in how they handle their daily life here and with the whole economic and political situation. I don't understand how they keep a smiley face on it all the time, but they do manage to do it. None of us consider this work. You get such a sense of accomplishment of doing this that it's not really, the physical labor is nothing. At the end of the day, you feel very good about what you've done. And that's worth more than all the pay in the world because, you're doing something that helps people, which most people don't have an opportunity to do. And in this country, it's the littlest thing goes a long way.